What is up, YouTube? Ruben here, and today I'm going to show you this laptop right here. It's been a year since I actually did the last review of another computer, which I'll have the link in the video description for the previous one. So, here's a background on this laptop. Now, for those who don't know what that's going to be, I'll be reviewing the Dell Latitude E5400. Now, this is actually the budget essential version of the E6400, which utilizes the same design but a metal alloy instead of a plastic alloy, or a plastic shield rather. So, here's a background. Now, you already know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I did go to the junkyard on November 6th. And at the time, I was doing some walking because of what is happening right now all over the world, the COVID-19 pandemic. So, I did consider getting a thin laptop until I saw something like this. It's not the front, it's actually the right side that is right here. At first, I thought it was going to be like an E6420 or something, but no. When I got there, this showed up, the E5400. So yeah. So I bring it home and actually did install Windows 7 2 days later. So yeah. Now let's go ahead and go through what it has right here. Let's close you right there. So on the front we got what's supposed to be in a microphone port. I did test it with a sound recorder and some of it might have audio while recording. But I doubt it's not going to be that much. And right here's a Wi-Fi switch. The SD card slot, let me focus that. So here's the SD card slot. That's the button to actually open up the laptop. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to unplug you for a few minutes. I'm going to need to turn on the flashlight for this. So on the left we got the optical drive. This is a DVD RW drive. Also supports CDs, of course. Right here is the headphone jack. Actually, it's screwed up there. If you look very, very close, there's actually a piece stuck inside the headphone jack. So apparently there will be no audio. Right here is the microphone port, 2 USB 2.0 ports, the PA 10 and 12 jack right here, the charging port, and then a Kensington lock. Now you might see something interesting on the right. Of course, on the back there's nothing besides the battery and the vent. Actually, no, there's nothing interesting on the right. But on the right we got VGA. This is Ethernet. Right behind this block right here, if you pull this out, that's modem. Nobody even uses modem anyway, so what I do is I just have this thing right here. So it thinks that it doesn't have a modem port, even though it does have a modem port. And that actually uses a 56K modem. So yeah. Right here you got 2 more USB 2.0 ports, so that's a total of 4. S-Video. This is mini FireWire IEEE 1394. And this is a FireWire 800 port. And then This right here is the PC card slot. You might think this is PCMCIA. You're actually correct. This is not actually an express card slot. Hold on. Oh, my thing is already dead. If you look inside, yes, that's actually a PCMCIA slot. Let's put you back in. Now I'm going to turn off the flashlight. On the top, you got the Dell logo, and there should be two indicators right here. You may not see it, so let me turn on the flashlight again. We got the power and the battery indicators on the top. Now let's open up the laptop. Actually, let's go to the bottom. Now, on the bottom, you can actually access this thing for the entire set of parts. The hard drive, RAM, CPU, and the Wi-Fi card. That's all in one inside this door right here. And right here is the E-port, what am I calling this? The E-port replicator port, or what they call themselves, the docking port. Right here's the battery with the switch right there. And under the battery will be the Windows 7 product key. So yeah. Let's flip you over. Let's open this up. Now, inside we got the screen. This is a 14-inch screen. Right here, there's the designation. Let me turn on the flashlight for this. Latitude E5400. Right here we got the volume buttons. That's volume down, volume up, and mute. And right here's the power button, although now beat up. And then right here is the keyboard. Enter key is missing, but still works by tapping this part right here, which will register the enter key. Right here we got the touchpad with the scroll right there, the scrolling zones. The clicky buttons are also right here, and your Core and the Intel Core 2 Duo sticker. Since it does have an Intel Core 2 Duo, I'm gonna tell you guys in the specs right now. Let's turn the flash off, and there was an option for a track point, but in this one, it doesn't have it. And I also forgot this. We got more indicators right here. We got hard drive, battery, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and 3G. Now there is a 3G slot inside the laptop. Right in the battery compartment, there should be a 3G slot. I know it doesn't have Bluetooth. Right here we got the keyboard indicators, and that's pretty much it. Now I can tell you the specs. Let me move this back. So, it has the Intel Core 2 Duo P8700 running at 2.53 gigahertz. This is a newer generation of what would have been the T7300 that's on the 6710B, which I'll have a link in the video description for a review of that. This one has 2 gigs of RAM, and this one has a 160 gig SATA hard drive. I think this is a SATA-II, and it's running Windows 7 Ultimate 32-bit, since it only has 2 gigs of RAM. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to boot it up, so I'll be back. Alright, so I booted up the computer. Now, if you want to know what BIOS version this computer has, the one I have, it's running BIOS version A16. So yeah. Now I'm going to right click computer and click on properties. Now it has Windows 7 Ultimate 32-bit. Here are the specs. Pause the video if you want to see the rest of it. I did add in the OEM info, thanks to the magic of Gehret, which I'll have his channel link in the video description. Actually, speaking of Gehret, which was formerly Dell 304, he actually had a similar laptop like this, but it's actually an E6400. I'll have those videos in the description if you want to look at the E6400. So right here in the Windows Experience Index, we got a 6.1 for the processor, 5.5 for RAM, 4.0 for graphics, 3.4 for gaming. So this is not designed for gaming, hence being a business laptop, and a 5.4 for the hard drive. Now I'm going to show you the graphics because some of you might be asking for graphics, so there you go. So here are the graphics. It's the Intel 45 Express chipset. This is actually a GM45. 32 megabytes of dedicated video RAM or memory. Then another 32 megabytes of video memory on the system. 713 megabytes shared, with the total being 777 megabytes of total graphics memory. So yeah. So this is best suited for 720p. No 1080p for this. Now I'm going to show you some, actually let's show you CPU-Z. As you can see, it is a Penryn processor. As you can see, it's a Core 2 Duo P8700. Here's the motherboard. Actually, let's show you the cache. So this one has 64 megabytes of L1D cache. And same with the L1 I cache. This one actually has 3 megabytes of cache. So yeah. No 2 megabyte memes right there. Sorry. Here's the RAM. They're both Nanya and they're both 1 gigabyte. Here's the graphics. Now I'm going to benchmark the CPU, so let's do that right now. And you're probably wondering, why am I filming like this? Well, this is actually my new room. Well, since May of 2020. So yeah. So as you can see, we got 107 on the single thread and 205 on the multi-thread. Hence being a dual core processor. So yeah. So now I'm going to show you the programs. And by the way, the hard drive in this one is actually Western Digital. Yours may be different if you do have an E5400 lying around. They're not selling for that much anymore, unfortunately. Not even Craigslist. So yeah. So here we got 7-zip, Adobe Reader XI, battery bar, which I'll show you that in a minute there. CCleaner, CPU-Z, Google Chrome, Firefox. Yes, I did install 82.0.3 as every single Firefox version I get each year. They go up by 10. So last year I had 72, now I got 82. And right here you got VLC Media Player, WinRAR, and WizTree. So there you go. Now let's open up some of the programs. Let's start off with Defraggler, since it does have the health information. It's a 3 megabit. It's a SATA-300, so that's a SATA-II right there. Temperature is very cold at 23 degrees Celsius. And the hard drive is good. Now let's open up Google Chrome. So there you go, Google Chrome. And this is running Chrome 63. VLC Media Player, I'm going to show you that. Because who knows who wants VLC on their machines anyway. So here you go, VLC Media Player. Yes, I did install Pinball. Because I was born in the Windows XP days. I'm not going to show you Paint. Now, I'm going to show you Firefox because every year, like I said, I would download a new version of Firefox going up by 10. In this case, Firefox 82. It's still known as the Firefox browser since Firefox, I think it was 60 back in 2018. So yeah. And you might have noticed why I have this folder right here. Well, this is just for fun. I just make maps. Actually, I'm going to show you one of my maps that I made. Let's try this. And this is not a real service, by the way. Here you go. And the root number is right here. I'm not going to tell you the root number, but I can show you that. So yeah. I think that was pretty much it. Now I'm going to show you the battery. So the battery here, it does work, but if you notice on the bottom where it says battery wear, it has 10.2% of the battery wear. The capacity is 51 watt hours. A charge rate at 0 milliwatts. And this is just self-explanatory. So yeah. So that's pretty much it. I might show you one more. Actually, yeah, I'll show you one more, which is Device Manager. So, for the batteries, of course, it's self-explanatory. It's just your usual batteries. The battery drivers right here. So that's self-explanatory. Like I already said, the Western Digital, a 160 gig hard drive, SATA-II. I already showed you the graphics. The DVD drive is actually HLDTST, the drive. It's an optical drive. It's an optical drive, of course. Let's see, network. The network adapter is the Broadcom NetExtreme 57XX. I think this is a 5751. And Dell Wireless 1397. For the base system device, that's because I haven't installed the chipset drivers. It's usually the chipset, so don't worry about that. PCM-CIA is just the Ricoh SD card reader. No, the PCM-CIA slot right there. That's the SD card reader right there. And the processors, Intel Core 2 Duo P8700. And here are the system devices, which I'm not going to show you that much. Self-explanatory, and this is also self-explanatory. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So now let's get to the conclusion. So, in conclusion, is it worth it? If you want to be a vintage tech guy like I am, then I would probably say yes. But for most people, probably not, because like I said, they're not selling that much anymore. Not even Craigslist. So yeah. Also, it's one of the best machines that I ever had. Because I never had an E-series laptop before. I do have a D-series laptop right behind me. In fact, let me pull it up. You know, I need to put it down, so let me pause it right now. So, there's the D520, which, yes, I still use it. And I'll have a review in the video description. I also have another D-series laptop, the D610, which is way inside one of those what do you call it? A stack of laptops. That's also gonna be in the description. So yeah. Also, this laptop is actually not that bad, except for the plastic shield rather than metal. So yeah. Also, the light's actually blue. Kind of nice. So yeah. Well, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. Please be sure you hit the subscribe button. And also follow me on Twitter at RibbonUpAdicio17. And if you want to see back to back scenes, actually no. If you want to see what I got on Instagram for sneak peeks, you can follow me on Instagram at RubenTheTransitFan. Or if you want to see some transit content, just follow me on Ruben's Transit Hub. And don't forget to hit that bell icon when I upload new videos. So yeah. I'm not doing that much anyway because I need to accommodate a lot of bus ride along videos. In fact, I started to do full ride alongs now. In fact, I have a whole list of routes I plan to work on. So yeah. So stay tuned for some of that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, I'll see you next time.